Sorry about the delay there, guys. I actually got a phone call from, speaking of the prostheticist in the winter storm, I got a call from my prostheticist. What was I doing? Nope, I have to transfer. I'm transferring. What's the easiest? So, when you're dealing with the VA system, it's very complicated. So I gotta say this though. One, they're light years better than they used to be. And two, the VA by me, well, see, I'm a little different. When you're an amputee, I get priority. And it's kind of for a crappy reason. I get priority because technically, any amputee, doesn't matter if you lost an eye, an arm, a leg, doesn't matter. You get put on the high risk for suicide watch. Or you're high risk for suicide. You instantly go on the list. And because I'm on that list, because I'm an amputee, they will bend over backwards. Why am I not? I know I don't know. I don't know why graphite's being stupid. They will bend over backwards for me. Oh, chemical plants. I was out of chemical plants. That's what it is. Oh yeah, probably. I mean, I'll put it this way: it would not surprise me. As sad as that, why am I grabbing sprayers? I don't need sprayers. I need chemical plants. Yep, there. So my experience with the VA is very different than most people's experience with the VA. But my VA, so I use the North Chicago VA, which is a fantastic VA. And I gotta say, my case manager up there she's awesome. She's like 90 years old, and she's still working it out. You know what I mean? She's force of nature, and probably one of the nicest people I've ever met. So I'm very thankful for. Oh, that's my. Where I'm at. But the bad side of it is they don't have a prosthetics department. So they don't build prosthetics there. They have to outsource all the prosthetics. So I'm being outsourced to another VA that's down in Chicago. And I'm very bad with, I don't go to the hospital unless I absolutely need something. Like, this is an absolute need, or else I wouldn't be doing it. And so the problem is I still have a representative for my prosthetics at the North Chicago VA. And so what happened was, when I go and schedule an appointment at the Hines VA, which has the prosthetic department, they notify my primary up at North Chicago. I haven't seen my primary for my prosthetic, for my amputation, like 7 years. Because I don't need anything. I'm still a young guy. There's no issues, and so I only go, and they can't do anything for me. The only thing they're going to be able to do is push me off to another hospital. So once I have my prostheticist locked in, I just go to the prostheticist. Because, but they called and said, hey, he's got an appointment, blah, blah, because, North Chicago VA basically has to reimburse it's a weird system. And so my prostheticist up in North Chicago was like, well, wait, we haven't seen him in like 7 years. We want to see him too. So they put my prosthetic appointment on hold, and pushed it back to Thursday so they can see me today and evaluate me. So it's like, because I saw them because I went down to the Hines yesterday too, and so I'm pretty sure they basically said, Why are we reimbursing you something for somebody we haven't seen in so long? So, unfortunately, I've got to go to the North Chicago VA today. Which isn't as bad. It's a lot shorter of a trip. But they're going to want to fully evaluate me, which means I got to go and walk for them, and I've got to, it's examining the prosthetic, and it's, they're going to want to take a look at the bruise that's formed. They're going to want to discuss the bruise that's formed for a long length of time. They're going to want to get doctors involved, and it's like, just a bruise. It happens. But yeah, they get a little particular when there's a giant bruise on a soldier's leg, on an amputee's leg. It's a big bruise. Like, you can't necessarily fault them for wanting to be overly cautious. I mean, like I said, it's about that long. Let's see if I can get. It's about. Okay, I just do this. About that long. About that wide. Where it's rubbing and causing issues. That's pretty significant. Which is why I'm going in. So yeah, it's. So this appointment is going to be a lot. Yeah, this appointment is going to be a lot more tedious than the prosthetic one. You have a fit right here. Well, as long as you're build 10 storage tanks and yeah, that's literally all hydrogen. That's there's no other fluid I pretty much store in tanks than hydrogen. So I now have 10 tanks of hydrogen. I don't know if I should feel happy about that or if I should feel sad about that. Okay, so this is good to go. Organic needs. Okay, so it's we want the plastic down the middle. Oh, well, you gotta pick plastic, and it's oil and water, right? If I remember correctly. So you're gonna be plastic, you're gonna be sure, and you're gonna be water. All right, and we want to demand it. I think water is only on. Yeah, it's only on the home world. So that's going to take a minute to get to us. Okay, but that gets us organic crystal. 10 good. 10 what? Alright, and so this is going to change. And I might actually get rid of this silicon. We've got enough silicon in the other way. This needs to be diamonds. Or titanium crystal. Okay. Oh crap, did I put yeah, okay. And then there's going to be a line here. There's no energy. Nope. Need power. This is my inventory. The right is your... Well, I'm sorry that you gotta go on a trip, but hopefully it's a fun trip. Okay. So not so much fun. Look, man, if I know anything, the government has the strangest rules for stuff. I mean, if they can make it harder. Like, I swear there's a department that nobody knows about in the government that basically is there to go, okay, this is a simple project, this should be easy, and goes, how can we make this as difficult as humanly possible? So many hoops. Oh yeah, yeah. Like, I swear there's a department. It's the Department of Frustration, I guess. Let's call it that. There's gotta be. There's so many simple things I've seen them just make harder than it has to. Immigration, though, I can kind of get to a certain extent because there's a lot of... Well, that's 100% true, Kuniki. You're 100%. You're 100% right. I mean, yeah. You know, I was watching something, and it reminded me. And somebody had mentioned red tape, right? There's so much red tape. You know, why is there so much red tape in the military, in government? And I found it funny because a lot of people don't know where that originated from. What's the origin of red tape? I think we can scoot this over. Is anybody in chat aware of the origins of red tape? Where that expression... It's not quite. Not quite. Although good guess. It comes from the Civil War era. I think Civil War? Yeah. Civil War era. And what happened is vets would go to the Department of the Army in DC to request their pay. And all the soldiers, back then, all the soldiers' information, like all their paperwork and everything, was bound in red tape. So they had to literally get through the red tape to get to a soldier's information. And that's where it comes from. It's a fun little factoid. But yeah, they used to have to literally cut through the red tape to get to access to soldiers' stuff. I always find that very interesting. I don't know why I find that interesting, but I always find that I, I would love to. I love fun factoids. Yes. Yes, that 12 is greater than 11. So far, I agree with that factoid. Is that it? Is that the whole factoid? Because that's pretty funny if it is. I'm gonna laugh pretty hard. Oh. Well, you are definitely not wrong. You are definitely not wrong. Although with today's math, you never know. So I never... Not that obviously I've... You need to be this stuff. Goes. It's not a lot here. Getting a whole heck of a lot. Alright, I forget what we needed that for. Oh, we need it for this stuff. Ooh, and graphene. God, why is graphene being... Should be rocking and rolling. We just don't have any. Are we getting that few fire and ice? Oh. We might have to build graphene the old-fashioned way. Because it's taking too long. Do I have orbitals? I think I use them. It's just taking too long to get it from the fire and ice to... It's not that we don't have a lot. Like, obviously we got 6,000 coming in. Though it should be 10,000. That's why we're having a problem with graphene. Can't get greens while you guys are still farting around. Yeah, as high as I can get it. Alright. We're gonna supplement it for right now. Which I'm pretty sure it means we're gonna need more fire and ice. Okay. Let's go make sure we got enough getting produced. I think I have. Not enough. Not enough. I don't think. But with 2 of them running now, we should be. Maybe. I wish you could put stuff on the fire and ice, the orbital collectors. So from my understanding, the orbital collectors don't actually. I gotta go check. Like, you can't put your own. Yeah, they're passive. I can't put my own. Like, I couldn't put 10 more. Yeah, and that's the. Okay, but we should still have some orbitals, I think. Just kidding. We can make them. Why aren't you building them? Oh, because you need graphene. Yeah, it's the graphene that's killing me right now. The only thing I don't like about this game is, by the time you know there's a problem, it's you got a problem. You know, like graphene. Like, we didn't have a problem until. But once you have a problem. Yeah. Because this place needs graphene as well, and it's just, everything else is good. I mean, it is what it is. We're gonna have 10 more of these, and yeah. Alright, guys, give me a couple minutes. I gotta call and talk to my prostheticist people up at North Chicago, make sure that they actually want me. Because hopefully, they're like, no, it's snowing. And give me 1 second, guys. let's go and put down these 3. I could draw magnets there. I'm just